On the news this evening, Kana Council said to avert impact of flooding in Buakani community. Residents of Oyibo Urban lament impact of flood in the area. River State Governor Fugbara calls for timely completion of Border Bonny Road project. Senate President Akpabio says government will restore abandoned industries across the nation. On the foreign scene, U.S. Coast Guard says crew in missing Titanic submersible may have just 20 hours of oxygen left. I am Kaladakuru Batobor. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. Good evening. The chairman of Kana local government area, Thomas Barere, says the council will begin the construction of a culvert to reduce the impact of flooding in Buakani community. The community was ravaged by flood after heavy rainfall 2 days ago. Speaking during an on-the-spot assessment to the community, the council chairman, Barere, promised to support the efforts of the community.
We support your community sanitation Another thing we can do is we have also seen in some areas that culverts need to be immediately constructed. We do that assessment now to start the construction of culverts. We also believe that if that is done, it will also help reduce the effect of the flood.
The Kana Council chairman also promised to bring the attention of other agencies of government to the plight of the people.
Another thing we can assure you people is this. We will also convey what we have seen to relevant government agencies so they can also help support you people. So we will present this matter so that if there is to be any support, we will channel them.
The Buakani committee, Godwin Apere, appealed for help after the flood displaced some residents of the area. Videos from the community also showed the houses submerged with the flood waters reaching knee levels. Meanwhile, residents of Oyibo Urban in Oyibo local area are groaning over the impact of flood in the area following continued rainfall. They said recent rainfall left their homes flooded. The resident also appealed to the state government to construct the proper drainage in the area and link the popular Imo River. They spoke to our correspondent.
Government should come for attention. They visit the drainage already done. Instead of sending flood in River, you bring flood back to us.
We are suffering here. I beg and NDC for them to come and help us for Poultry Road, Urban. Rain entering our houses, spoiling our business because no drainage.
On behalf of Oyibo people, Oyibo West, please, we don't have anywhere to go to. Our home is flooded.
On his part, the movement for the development of ethnic nationality, Victor Pute, tells on Uru that the area has not received government attention.
It allows the constitutional control to give states more power to participate either by regulation, not necessarily by itself in the power supply. If some of the quote-unquote innovative actions we see quality curriculum, the world is going to the license, there are still issues to go ahead. Invariably, the federal government policy of relying and what they call right price means that we're going to pay more. In fact, the utility tariff due for a review from what I hear, and that means you should expect higher tariffs.
Moving on, the Rivers State Governor Simnalayi Fubara has emphasized the need for a timely completion of the Bonny Border Road project up to the section of the East-West Road in the Ogoni axis to ease traffic on the road. Governor Fubara said he received the management of the Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas Limited NLNG at the Government House today. The governor said the state government wishes to support the company on the project in order to end suffering the Rivers people on the East-West Road. He noted that his administration is working to sustain the existing security to stay safer in the confidence of invest. The governor also asked the NLNG partner with the state employing more youths in their ongoing Train 7 project. On the spot, managing director of NLE, the Dr. Shabil, said this alleged Portugal Barras administration and also the 8-kilometer road from Bunny Island could even constructed by the company in collaboration with the federal government be completed by the first connected to the West Road. The Senate President Glapius has assured Nigerians that the President administration will cooperate with the Senate that the decision is meant to create a safe and secure cross-river. Mr. Gbeche said those with their motorcycles to earn a descent are restricted only to remote areas away from the city center. The acting inspector general added that he will direct all the security agencies to added security to Nigerians. IJ Betkun said the force was fight for excellent accountability to Nigerians. He said this at ongoing handing and taking over ceremony in Abuja. The Rivers State Police Command said a woman identified as Marvelous, who is said to be the lover of late Otubong Ababa, who died in alleged marathon sex Friday in Maltudio Potaket local area, is now in custody. Spokesperson of the command, SP Grace Ringo Kokos, the woman initially fled after the death of the police 2 days after incident. In time, and the police Jennifer Steven has urged the police carry out the investigation without stigmatizing the woman.
The police should thoroughly investigate the case of the barber who died after alleged sex romp. We urge the police to carry out their investigation without victimization of the lady, who we understand is now in the custody of the police. For the fact that the barber, who was the main lover of the lady, died does not mean the lady should be stigmatized. Only discreet investigation will prove if she is culpable in the death of the barber. She should be released immediately if investigation shows she is not culpable.
Away from that, some student leaders in Rivers State have called on Governor Siminalayi Fubara to extend the gesture of providing free buses for civil servants in the state to the student community. The Director of Information at the University of Port Harcourt Student Union, Fred, urged the state government to prioritize students in their policies.
Let us not center this whole stress of subsidy removal to only civil servants. The student community is a large community, and as such, we'll be needing this kind of gesture from the government, particularly as it concerns students in Rivers State. If, as a student, we get a bus that drives around the university, it will help to cushion the effect of a high cost of transportation, at least for students who are eagerly yearning that the transport fare should be reduced.
The SUG president also spoke.
The civil servants, in a very clear sense, are able to provide their services that can cater for their transportation fare and all these responsibilities. But then, when people get from there, so it will be the big reliever to them. They will, at the end of the day, want to be somebody who are the interests of both civil servants and interests of the community.
Yesterday, and buses back of the removed petrol subsidy. Nigeria want to go. Says this decision international students from bringing families with them from 2024. It should not take the parents. That DC met with the Vice President Kashim Shettima at the State House Abuja. Recall that on the 23rd of May, the UK Home Office said international students, including Nigerians, would no longer be able to bring family members with them starting January 2024. Still ahead, e-hailing drivers to meet Ministry of Labour on Monday over unmet demands by e-hailing firms. Stay tuned as we go for a quick commercial break. And welcome back now to the rest of the newscast. About 4 foreign leaders have requested to meet with President Bola Tinubu in Paris, France, where he is expected to participate in the new Global Financial Pact Summit organized by President Emmanuel Macron. A statement by the Special Advisor to the President in Special Duties, Communication and Strategy, Dele Alake, said the country is expressing interest to expand economic cooperation include France, the United States, Switzerland, among others. The Federal High Court in Abuja has fixed 23rd October to hear the suit filed by former Minister of Petroleum Resources, Diezani Alison Madueke. Justice Nyangeku fixed the date today after counsel for the former petroleum boss, Benson Igbanoy, and counsel for the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, M.D. Baraya, regularized their processes in the suit. The former minister, who served as petroleum between 2010 and 2015 under the administration of former President Goodluck Jonathan, is challenging an order obtained by the EFCC for the final forfeiture of her seized assets. The immediate past chairman of the EFCC, Abdul Rashid Bawa, revealed that $153 million and over 80 properties had been recovered from Alison Madueke. Now in business. Following the end of their 7 days ultimatum to e-hailing firms, leadership of the Amalgamated Union of App-Based Transport Workers of Nigeria say they are exploring other means to ensure their demands are met. One of the administrative heads of the union in Rivers State, Oje Ilevaber, tells our correspondent that the union will meet with the Ministry of Labour and Employment on the 26th of June.
One strike action for now. Our drivers have been asked to hold on, finding where that makes sense is held and resolutions are reached. The National Union, in conjunction with the Ministry of Labour, Productivity and Employment, is inviting the likes of Bolt and Uber to a roundtable negotiation. And if resolutions are not reached, they are also working on a different modality as well. We are also internally working on modalities to make sure that business goes on as usual. Weeks or return to the Bolt and Uber.
Mr. Liv Barre also debunked the rumors that some of the app companies reduced their commission from 25 to 20%.
Statisticians on the field observe that is not a true story. So we've had people check the record, check the ride, check the pricing mechanism as well, and they found out that they have not even responded to anything. But at least we know that they are feeling the brunt of the whole thing. The tonnage has drastically reduced, and as such, it is telling on the company and as well as telling on our drivers. But we are willing to fight the battle till the very end.
Recall that the e-hailing cab drivers shut down operations on the 7th of June over low fares and high commission rates set by the e-hailing firms, and meetings between e-hailing firms and the drivers have remained inconclusive. In entertainment, singer Ava Max was slapped by a fan on stage in Los Angeles days after a fan threw a phone at singer Bebe Rexha's face. In sports, Arsenal deal with Chelsea's international forward Havertz for £65 million. It is understood clubs have made an agreement that will allow players to discuss personal terms and have a medical. The FIFA has 9 goals, 47 games for the Blues season, grind with add-ons. Now to the scene.
And now we'll bring you news around the world.
The U.S. Coast Guard commander leading the search for the missing Titanic submersible says the crew may have just 20 hours of oxygen left in the vessel. Rear Admiral John Malga told the BBC it is a very complex and difficult mission with people working around the clock. Earlier, the U.S. Coast Guard said a noisehead in the search had given them a target to focus on. Contact with the submersible, which has 5 people on board, was lost on Sunday as it made a 3,800-meter distance to the Titanic wreck. On the news this evening, you heard Kana Council Chairman has promised to begin the construction of a culvert to avert the impact of flooding in Boakani community. Residents of Oibo Urban are lamenting the impact of flooding of the body assessment to restore industries across the nation. On the foreign scene, the U.S. Coast Guard says the crew in missing Titanic submersible may have just 20 hours of oxygen left. The news was edited by Constance Mega. Mostly cloudy weather in Port Harcourt this evening. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. I am Kalada Kurubatubo. Good evening and do stay tuned.